Hello everyone, in the present video we'll see the MCQs in Neurophysiotherapy. Let's see the same. Number 1. Which lobe of the brain is primarily responsible for motor control? A. Parietal, B. Temporal, C. Occipital, D. Frontal. So the answer is D. Frontal. Second, the corticospinal tract primarily controls A. Sensory functions, B. Voluntary movements, C. Reflexes, D. Balance. So the answer is B. Voluntary movements. Number 3. The neurotransmitter primarily involved in Parkinson's disease is A. Dopamine, B. Serotonin, C. Acetylcholine, D. Glutamate. So the answer is A. Dopamine. Number 4. The modified Tardo scale is used to assess A. Balance, B. Spasticity, C. Reflexes, D. Functional mobility, increase the passive range of motion. So the answer is B. Spasticity. Number 5. The main goal of TST, task specific training in stroke rehabilitation is A. Isolated muscle strengthening, B. Promoting functional movement, C. Reducing pain, D. Avoiding overuse muscle spasm. So the answer is B. Promoting functional movement. Number 6. The best strategy to manage the freezing of gait in Parkinson's disease is A. Strength training, B. Visual and auditory cues, C. Increasing gait speed, D. Resistance band exercises. So the answer is B. Visual and auditory cues. Number 7. The Babinski sign is indicative of A. Lower motor neuron lesion, B. Upper motor neuron lesion, C. Peripheral neuropathy, D. Cerebellar dysfunction. So the answer is B. Upper motor neuron lesion. Number 8. The function of spinocerebellar tract is A. Proprioception, B. Pain sensation, C. Fine touch, D. Motor control. And the answer is A. Proprioception. Number 9. A lesion in Broca's area causes A. Fluent aphasia, B. Non-fluent aphasia, C. Hemiparesis, D. Neglect syndrome. So the answer is B. Non-fluent aphasia. Number 10. Which part of the brain is responsible for balance and coordination? A. Basal ganglia, B. Brainstem, C. Cerebellum, D. Thalamus. So the answer is option number C. Cerebellum. Number 11. Decerebrate posturing is characterized by A. Flexion of upper limb, B. Extension of upper and lower limbs, C. Absent reflexes, D. Normal muscle tone passive stretching. So the answer is option number B. Extension of upper and lower limbs. Number 12. In spinal cord injury, autonomic dysreflexia is most commonly seen at which level? A. Below T12, B. Above T6, C. C5 to C7, D. Below L2. So the answer is B. Above T6. Number 13. Vestibular rehabilitation is primarily used for A. Spasticity management, B. Gait training, C. Balance and dizziness management, D. Strength training. So the answer is C. Balance and dizziness management. Number 14. The best technique to improve the coordination in cerebellar ataxia is A. Frankel's exercises, B. CIMT, constraint induced movement therapy, C. PNF, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation technique, D. Hobarth approach. So the answer is Frankel's exercises. Number 15. The tenodesis grasp is commonly used in patients with A. Stroke, B. C6 spinal cord injury, C. Parkinson's disease, D. Multiple sclerosis. So the answer is B. C6 spinal cord injury. So thank you everyone for your patience listening. Thank you.